one of the good starting points is the labor participation rate, which is how many people of all the people who can work are actually willing to go out there and work. How many people are saying, I want a job, I'm willing to work, I'm looking for a job, I've got a job, as against those people who are saying that, no, I'd rather stay at home and cook and take care of children. I'm not getting into the labor market. Now, those people who are willing to come into the labor market and look for jobs, they may get jobs, they may not get jobs. Those people, as a proportion of all the people who qualify to do this, which is people who are more than 15 years of age, that ratio is called the labor participation rate. So the labor participation rate is a very important indicator. Globally, this number is of the order of 66% or so. So all countries put together, we get a number of around 66%. Where are we in India? According to us, we're at a pathetic 41%. Where were we till recently? 50%. We have come down even by government official statistics that the labor participation rate is falling. And I think that's an important number to look at. Unemployment rate is not all. So look at what's happened to the labor participation rate. It was around 50% till recently. Then in around 2016, 17 or so, or 17, 18, according to official statistics, it came down to 48%. We say it came down to 46%. Small difference, but still a significant difference. Now, in recent times, it's come down to 43%, which is in 2019-20, the labor participation rate was down to 43%, and now it is 41%. It went down all the way to 35% in April when the big lockdown hit us, and is back to 41%. But mind you, 2% down compared to 2019-20, just appreciate this number. The total working age population in India is 1 billion people. People who are 15 years and more is 1 billion people. You shave off 1% from it, you're shaving out 10 million people from the labor market. So if you knocked out between 2019-20 and now, 2% of the labor participation, you knocked out 20 million people. They don't even get counted in the unemployment rate. So I think the first important thing I'd like to tell everyone is that the labor participation rate itself, which was 50%, is down to 40%. Imagine the number of people who just exited the labor markets. That's stressful. We require more hands to be working, and we're getting lesser hands as a proportion of all the people who qualify to work. And the second thing, of course, is the unemployment rate. Of all the people who come into the market to work, how many do get jobs and how many are left without a job? Traditionally in India, this number used to be 2 to 3%. We had famously an unemployment rate, unbelievably, but nevertheless, it was true that we had an unemployment rate of only 2 to 3% because most people in India couldn't afford to remain unemployed. So the NSSO surveys have over years, over decades, shown us that the unemployment rate in India was of the order of 2 to 3% till the PLFS, the Periodic Labour Force Survey of the Government of India, came out and said in 17-18, this number had risen to 6.1%. Now, CMI has got a similar number of the same period. We're not differing too much of them. We're of the order of 6% as well in 2017-18. Now, this number in 2019-20 went up to around 7.5% or so. And in the pandemic lockdown, we saw it rise to 23.5%. That's huge. A quarter of the people who are seeking jobs were unable to find it. And mind you, the number of people seeking jobs itself came down very sharply. Double whammy. Lesser people looking out for work, and even those who are looking for work not getting jobs. This 23.5% remained there till June, and then it came down. We're down to 8.5%. But 8.5% on shaving off of 2% labor force. The largest problem, of course, as you rightly pointed out, is the unwillingness or difficulties that women face in joining the labor force. So this number has fallen even according to official statistics, and we show this fall far more steeply compared to the official statistics, is that women are unwilling to work. Just take the difference. The labor participation rate for men is of the order of 75%, 72% according to us. According to official statistics, males is 75% and women is 25%. That's a huge difference. 75% of the men are willing to work, and only 25% of the women are willing to work. According to us, 72% of the men are willing to work, and only around 11%, that's really small, women are willing to work. Now, why is this the case? Initially, what happens is that as the country's per capita GDP increases, women who are participating agricultural activities, like even if you go today to say Himachal Pradesh, say Nepal, women are actively working because men and women both go out into the fields and work. But as the per capita GDP goes up, women find it more useful to stay at home and help children's education. They themselves get educated, then they help their children get educated, and they find the returns on that to be higher than themselves going out into the labor market. But I think we have been through all this. Women have got themselves educated. They have got the ability now to take care of their children's education as well. But even then, for decades together, we are seeing labor participation among women falling. And that is stressful. I think we require to look at whether this is the labor laws which are causing a problem or infrastructure. I think that's where the problem is. If the infrastructure is not good, then women are not willing to go far to find jobs. Most good jobs are in cities, but if you were to travel, say, 2 hours over some public transport and come back late in the evening, that's not a very safe situation in India today. And women could be stepping out of the labor force because of that. But the reasons are more complex. The problem is that women are not willing to work. Men are still working. For India's demographic dividend to play out, for us to get that real benefit, we don't have much headroom amongst men because 75% of them are anyway participating. The headroom is all in women, which is down to 10%, 11%. Even female labor participation rate in urban India is extremely low. In fact, it is lower than in rural India. So we're losing out on educated urban women who could be in the labor force, could be increasing our per capita income, and could have helped the country grow much faster, get the savings rate up, get more investments. I think all of that is getting complicated.
The news that matters is explained by experts who know the subject.